Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, May 13th, 2024 at 9:46 a.m. in the morning. So, the gang stalking network people, they're trying to do me in really bad and try to paint a false scenario to make everybody to falsely believe that I'm the worst human being there is on the earth, so that when I get taken out or die, they will make it like as if the murder against me is justified because I did and said things that you know that deserve to be murdered. I mean that they will try to make it like as if I did and said things that caused me to deserve to be murdered, you know. Um so I slept pretty good last night, but I had a frustrating and upsetting dream manipulation nightmare. Um, it was an dream manipulation nightmare and I woke up being very upset. Excuse me. And so, excuse me. And so the fake Darnell Williams perp illegally found out what hotel that I'm staying at, and then posted up the posted up a fake new Twitter profile with the address on it, and then went to follow at least 35 people in the TI community that I'm following. And then with the attempts to try to slander me to them and turn them against me. And I'm glad that at least one person didn't fall for it. Excuse me. And so my mind is scrambled right now, but I don't have my other phone. Well, my other phone is over there, but my legs hurt. And so he made a fake harassing comment and saying under one of my tweets or whatever, he said no, you're dumb enough to tell everybody everything that bothers you. No, I told y'all last night that my twin sister is telling the online perps what my triggers are. What my triggers are, and my triggers and sensitive spots, and um she's helping them to trigger and harass and provoke and antagonize me and stuff. So for me, me documenting everything that they're doing to me, he tried to say, "Oh, you're dumb enough to tell everybody everything that bothers you." Excuse me. But he made a fake TikTok account to come and follow and harass me, and more like demanded to be let in to my private TikTok account. Like, you don't have a right to do this. I'm sorry, y'all. And so then he retarded, narcissistically, fraudulently, and illegally excuse me, demanded an answer for why I had the number 33 in my first phone number. Well, that was my very first phone number, and whenever I have a phone number, they don't let me choose my phone number. A lot of it's very rare that certain companies will let you choose what, or sometimes they'll give you 3 out of 5 numbers that you can choose, but other times they'll say, oh, this will be your phone number, and they won't allow me the freedom or right to choose, what my phone number, what I want my phone number to be. And so he demanded an answer for why my first phone number was a 504 number with the number 33 in it. That ain't your business. Like, how do you even know that from stalking everything online about me that he can find? Stalking everything online about me that he can find. That's what he's doing. I mean, stalking and publicizing my old addresses and phone numbers and emails and everything. And the current hotels I'm staying in and stuff. And that's not even your business. Like, as I said, like, who's the psychotic one that I don't know your real identity and you're an internet stranger claiming, don't forget we own you? Or when will you admit that we own you? You know you don't. I belong to Jesus Christ. And the stuff that they do to me online, it's enough to get me to lash out in person. And it's like, wow, at this point, the fake Darnell Williams perp is making me feel trapped. Like I have no way out. And it seems like he's deliberately and on purpose trying very hard to drive me to suicide. Especially when all I'm going through right now. And that's what they'll do. Try to provoke you to not want to live anymore. And then pretend to be a fake savior after you hurt yourself. And they will try to manipulate everybody to falsely believe that you're crazy. So, I mean, there are certain professed targeted individuals that actually fall for the tricks of these perps. In one of the video that I did the night before last, like 177 views and 0 thumbs up and probably I don't know how many thumbs down. All because y'all cancel me and y'all cancel and mute me behind one word that I say that y'all find offensive. So this morning I woke up just before 8:15 in the morning. And I had to use the bathroom and my legs were hurting and I felt like I just didn't even bother going down to breakfast. And the fake Darnell Williams perp illegally finding out and publicizing when I was at the Oasis Motel. That's how he was the one who set up the scenario for those perps to set me up to be wrongfully banned from there. And he probably was the mastermind behind those 5 boys by the old Gretna Ferry that did what they did. He probably paid them to do that. But, I mean, it seems like the fake Darnell Williams perp wants to try to pretend to be clever and intelligent and then try to talk and act like he's retarded, all at the same, like as if he's off, mentally off, slow and retarded, all at the same time. And he'll call me a dummy every chance he get, but he's illiterate and can't even fucking spell. A lot of the online perps that harass me, they can't even fucking spell. Even the fake Aquarium Doris perp is illiterate and can't spell. Excuse me. And sometimes she will go by Dorothy or Dorothea or Doris. You know, or Aquarium Doris or Aqua Dory or something. You know, so I mean, I do not want these people in my life. And as I said, y'all will not believe me that I'm telling y'all my twin sister is working with them. You know, and you know, me waking up this morning, my legs still hurt. I guess I didn't meet my quota of drinking enough water yesterday. Or let's see. Yeah, I think the only beverage I had was water, if I can remember correctly. But I had like some kind of lemon. I think it was lemon, lime, and rosemary infused water. Earlier yesterday. But like Saturday. Wait, no, yesterday was Sunday. Saturday, I had like what was that called? The cantaloupe aguas fresca, and I had some water throughout the day, and then I had some some kind of blue lemonade for dinner yesterday. I was surprised it was so sweet. Um, so I'm getting a lot of weather alerts on my phone, and you know, I'm like I'm not even trying to feel suicidal right now or anything like that, but I'm telling y'all that this is what they're trying to do and this is their goals, and I'm trying to fight to stay alive. I'm clearly letting y'all know that I'm trying to fight to stay alive. But they want me to feel trapped, doomed, and hopeless. And a lot of times they hide their identities but admit that they've been stalking me for X amount of years, or, you know, stalking me for a long time or whatever. So somebody who call you crazy, but they're obsessed with you to the point where they Google you several times. They Google, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter search you several times a day, and try to harass you, making fake new accounts, and you can't even block them. Even if you change your picture, and change up your username and whatever other information, they still illegally find and track everything you do. You can be silent about some things and they still find out. I don't tell everything. And then when I say that certain things I may not tell, they think that I'm suspicious of some crime or up to no good with something. But I really do believe that, I mean, the fake Aquarian Doris perp and the fake Darnell Williams perp, they both said, ha ha ha, I was the one who made that call to the police when I got wrongfully arrested and locked up. because it was like what happened at the library this past Friday. It was like within minutes after me uploading the previous whatever video. Excuse me, I'm sorry. um, and so they think it's funny and hilarious to write up false bad Google reviews or contact places of business that I don't even advertise or publicize. I didn't even publicize me walking to the hotel from the bus. How did he find out exactly what hotel I'm at? I mean, I could have been at the Red Roof Inn or something, even though I'm not. But how did he illegally find out that I was here? Like, and even with me turning my location off, you know, he's illegally tracking my every move. And Star Bricker pretended to be Brian too, and tracking my every move. And one time she lied and said, "Well, oh, you didn't blame Brian too for tracking you, huh?" But she would even pose as Brian too and mock him. And so now these fuckers fraudulently and illegally know exactly what hotel I'm staying at, and then they'd be like, "Well, you're the one who posts all your business. I didn't publicize um that I didn't even publicize myself walking here. I did not say that I'm staying at such and such hotel," and it's just creeping me out. And yesterday when I was walking towards the bus stop, I did not say, you know, well, hey y'all, I'm going to the hotel or whatever. I got help with a hotel. But later on, I posted in the community post that I have enough help for 2 nights or whatever. But the ones who's doing the scamming and deceiving is the gang stalkers themselves. They're trying to silence me from speaking the truth. And one time over the phone, me and my twin sister got into an argument. And I said, "So I'm not allowed to speak the truth?" And she's like, "No!" And I'm like, "What?" And one time, she made a fake bio in her YouTube community post saying, people don't care whether or not you're telling the truth. Most people don't like you. And then in that case, the truth is not, what did she say? The truth is not, the truth doesn't matter or something like that. And so then she tried to pretend to fake edit it and say that, oh, I don't understand why she tried to make like she didn't understand why I was twisting up her words or whatever. No, that's exactly what you said. But so y'all feel like the truth does not matter as long as people don't like you, and that people hating my guts and not liking me holds more value over me telling the truth. And you can tell that they're scared and shitting in their pants, feeling threatened at me telling the truth. So they got to come up with more lies, and then they lie and say that Candy is the slanderer. And it's a big wrestle, and I'm really tired of this war, and I'm tired of fighting. And the answer does not mean cave in and sell out. They need to just back off and leave me the fuck alone. Excuse me. So I believe that the online stalkers did call the fake Gretna police. I do believe that it was them that made that call, and the officers, just like whatever other lies they told in the police report. I think that they lied and covered that up. They lied and covered. The officers lied and covered. They lied about everything else in the police report. So they lied and covered. They didn't mention that the stalkers called. Because the online stalkers and in-person stalkers, they have done that before. Lied and say that they own the property and that it belonged to them. But truly, they mean that they own. They think they own me as property or a slave. And it's like y'all think that I'm supposed to be y'all slaves from the fucking internet, and I don't even know y'all. I don't know your real identities, faces, or names, and probably never will. I mean, the fake Darnell Williams perp is so deceptive that that he's, you know, and it's like he's so deceptive that he won't even show my twin sister his real identity. A lot of her cult following flying monkeys won't even show show her their real identity. How about that one? But the fake Darnell Williams perp mentioned something about some Masonic revelation of his real identity being revealed, and my twin sister pressed the like button on that fake video. But as I said, I'm trying to stay strong and trying to not give up on, trying to be a righteous Christian and try to fight harder to do better as a righteous Christian, and trying to live more holy. And I know it seemed like as I said, backslidden and lukewarm, and backslidden and lukewarm, and realize, and being so distracted with everything that it seems like I look back and realize that, wow, I haven't been living holy at all. But all this constant harassment all day, every day, with no break. They make sure that I don't get a break, or that I can't even rest or ease my mind. Excuse me. So I didn't even, like, my legs were hurting. It was like, sometimes you'll go down to breakfast at a hotel at 8:15, and they make it like as if they were putting all the food away at certain hotels and stuff, So, so it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm saying that these stalkers don't have a right to do this to me. And if what you were doing is righteous, why do you keep hiding your identity while committing felony crimes online? And while y'all talk about Candy likes to publicly film herself breaking the law. You break the law on the internet every fucking day and hide your identity. As I said, like, the fake Darnell Williams perp, he started off sexually harassing me over the phone, illegally obtained my phone number, and I was forced to have to change my 504 number to now an 850 phone number. Excuse me. And so, like, within less than 2 hours less than an hour of me, doing a video about, that apartment that I had, the fake Darnell Williams perp illegally found out the address. And he left me alone from after the first day that I had that apartment, all the way until after I became back officially homeless on the streets again, like October 18th or something like that. So he left me alone from like September 1st through October 18th. And then he was harassing me again, and then my twin sister went back to harassing me after going I guess about a little bit over a year of leaving me alone. But then the fake Donnell Williams Perp and David Jane, and they were harassing me all summer, making fake new profiles, harassing me about my twin sister and Raven. And when I defend myself saying I never touched Raven, then they will falsely make it like as if I'm a sick in the head and a sicko and obsessed with Raven and can't leave Raven's name out of my mouth, when all I said was I never touched Raven. So if you can call up Gretna Police, and you can call up Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office and ask if there are any police reports, or call up NOPD and ask if there are any police reports from January 27, 2004, all the way through August 27th, or whenever Hurricane Katrina happened in 2005, right before Hurricane Katrina. Ask if there are any police reports then. Like, after my twin sister lied on me and said that I humped Raven. Oh, that's generic. Oh, you said, oh, you humped Raven. Oh, you didn't even make any description. You didn't even eyewitness anything. But Dwayne and Sean thought it was funny to go and lie, because they called themselves trying to pull some damn prank. And my twin sister was trying to pull a damn prank with trying to make it like as if they were trying to set me up to make it look like as if I was trying to kill Raven. And they thought the shit was funny. And then my twin sister played victim and lied and said that that they handcuffed her and Dwayne after I left. But I don't remember the police approaching me. But there was this fake narcissistic black lady at Tulane Hospital. Her name was Vanessa McWilliams. Not Vanessa Williams, like two celebrities named Vanessa Williams. But this lady's name was Vanessa McWilliams. That was supposedly one of the nurses. And she bullied, harassed, and threatened me and kicked me out of the hospital. I don't remember fluently everything with that. But, I mean, she wrongfully, kicked me out of the hospital because my twin sister and her husband lied on me. And I didn't even get kicked out of the hospital right away. And when my twin sister first lied on me. And Dwayne was secretly text messaging me stuff, and then lied. He rushed me to the hospital, and he lied and said that my twin sister was dying and that it was an emergency, that I need to come back. And he thought the shit was funny. I didn't even realize it till after I got back that, went back to the hospital. And both of them were playing all kinds of fucking games. Like, as I said, like, a few weeks before that, my twin sister lied on me and said that I stole her box of cereal. I had just got my food stamps, and I ate nothing at her house that day. And I got my own cereal at my own fucking house. And I was forced to have to walk 3 hours from her house to my house, my apartment. I was still somewhat new at New Orleans Towers. And this random lie that she made up. And then not only her, but her and the other family members were making just a bunch of damn false rumors about me. And I didn't understand why. And when my twin sister lied on me and said I was on top of everything with my grades and academics and everything, especially in my Spanish major and everything, with concentration and focus, I was like on top with my performance and academics and everything. Once she lied on me and said that I tried to kill Raven, my grades started dropping. My grades started slipping. bad enough that I was forced to have. Had 18 hours of college work, and I was forced to have to drop 2 classes, almost 3 classes. In certain classes, I was forced to have to drop and then retake because they did nothing but try to play with my fucking life and have all kinds of games to play. Excuse me. And I wish I would have known that and I should have followed my own advice that I was 17 years old and my twin sister pretended to fake cry that she wanted to make like she wanted to get close with me after we turned 18. And I said no, because after I turn 18, I'm gonna be my own family. Oh, that hurt her feelings. But she was like all abusive and manipulative, and she even helped to slander me to the kids at school at Nichols. I'm pretty sure of that. And my twin sister would slander me to the neighbors at New Orleans Towers. And they had it out for me. I had just got there and they were trying to set me up to get wrongfully evicted already. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. And they would victim blame me and saying you're too gullible and vulnerable and this and that, and you allow yourself to get taken advantage of and everything else. So they made sure I was miserable. Excuse me. So like I was 19 years old. It was right before the biological sister Belinda died, and I got my first phone number from Singular Wireless. And it was, I think, at the Oakwood Mall. And that was when they used to have fake phone contracts and stuff like that. I'm glad they don't have those no more, where you're trapped in a contract with the phone. So, like the so like the Singular Wireless gave my the first phone number that I had, and I forgot all about it. The first phone number that I had, the number was 504-909-3033. At that time, I knew absolutely nothing about Freemasonry, the occult, the Illuminati, targeted individuals, gang stalking. I didn't know anything about that at all. And then I had that phone for a few days, not even a week, and the first phone got stolen. Excuse me. And then after that, I was forced to have a refurbished phone that did not it was a refurbished phone that did not work. Did not work properly. And then it would get overheated really fast and just cause all kinds of problems. And the fake foster mom, Adrian Felder, I was 19 going on 20. Like, I had a few months before I turned 20. And the foster mom, I was an adult, and the foster mom condemned me for having a cell phone and getting my own P.O. box. Because even then, she thought she had authority and control over my mail. Even after me becoming an adult. After me being an adult, she thought she had control and authority over my mail. And so I went to get my own P.O. box. And she condemned me and said, ha ha ha, after she was taking all my money. Taking the big Social Security check while leaving me with the smaller SSI check. And she's like, ha ha ha. Cell phone, P.O. box, how you going to be able to afford all that, Candy? but you were taking my check, stealing my money, forcing me to live with you against my will, against my consent, but then treating me like as if you hate my presence. You know, you hate my presence and hate my existence. You forcing me to stay with you and taking my money, and then, you know, she wouldn't let me go, and she was trying to not let me move into New Orleans Towers to go live there, and got mad at me, and was trying to not let me go stay there. I think she succeeded at not letting me, or she was trying not to. I don't remember. But she was trying to not let me go stay at my own apartment my first night there. My first night to be allowed to move in. You know, and like the foster stepdad, even though me and him hated each other, but I'm surprised that he was thoughtful enough to deliver me my mattress. And I was sleeping on the sleeping on the mattress on the floor. And a few of they had this lady that had some granddaughters in New Orleans Towers. She loved me enough that she donated me a table and chairs. And then at what used, I don't know if the place is still there, the Volunteers of America thrift store. I found it was a dirty, raggedy couch though, but it was for $5, and I sanitized and sprayed the shit out of it, and dragged it to the from General de Gaulle. I mean, no, was it General de Gaulle or Bourbon Highway? I think it was General de Gaulle. I dragged the sofa, like people saw me dragging the sofa and didn't even want to help, but it was so hard. And then I think maybe at the last minute I was able to, somebody pitched in and helped to help me get the sofa inside of my apartment. Excuse me. And then after some time I was able to get me a futon. And then right before Hurricane Katrina, I was able to get me like some more furniture, or some better furniture. But then again, it's like, wow, I learned to never get cheap furniture, because if you get cheap furniture, the bed will be rock hard, the sofa will be hard and uncomfortable. But I could never really afford the more expensive furniture. you know. And then like when I got my place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, um, you know, after Hurricane Katrina, and the government kept lying to us, and I got me an apartment. It was almost $600 a month. Wyatt and Toya lied to me, and they refused to show me, because Wyatt, was very familiar with Milwaukee, and him and Toya snuck behind my back and got them a $400 apartment. And Wyatt was part of the perping and setting up too, and try to set me up to just get a $579 apartment. And then he's like, oh, they had every right to charge you $600. And then he's like, oh yeah, you just wanted to get that expensive apartment with that pool. And it's like, it was way in Brown Deer, Wisconsin. And I was forced to have to break the lease because I couldn't afford to, keep the apartment. But like, you could have gave me the advice to, he didn't even show me where I could get the cheaper apartments, the cheaper $300 and $400 apartments. And so Riri, she said that was the biological nephew John's girlfriend. She said, well, Wyatt got an apartment um right right by the mall, walking distance from the mall, just so he could have access to buying so many video games. You know, excuse me. So yeah. Hold on, I have to use the bathroom, and also I have to blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. Um, so I was able to most of the guck out blowing my nose, but not everything. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, like Wyatt was not trying to give me pointers on how to find a cheaper apartment or where to go look. And Wyatt is another one that will intentionally set you up to fail, and then call you all kinds of dummies and stupid if you know make a mistake. So Wyatt, speaking of that, um, excuse me, speaking of that, Wyatt, speaking of that, Wyatt had like it was after Hurricane Katrina. He would bully and harass and lecture and threaten me. One time he threatened to bust me in my eye. And he bullied, harassed, and threatened me and called me dumb and stupid. And then say DOME and stupid. Like he can spell stupid, but he can't spell dumb. DUMB. So he's like, you're DOME, dome, and stupid. And I'm like, well, look, you're trying to call me dumb and you can't even spell the word dumb. You're a grown ass man, 25 years old at the time. He was like 25 or 26 years old, and couldn't even spell the word dumb, but yet trying to call somebody dumb. And so, speaking of that, the fake Darnell Williams perp, who acts so much like Wyatt, with him linking up with my twin sister, I wouldn't be surprised if he linked up with Wyatt too. Because Wyatt, illegally obtained my phone number some kind of way, and then try to lie about it in 2022. The gang stalking network, they recruited Wyatt. Wyatt, the biological brother Wyatt, who I call Dirty Wanda, is a freaking gang stalker. And Derek, yeah, I call him Dirty Derica. They're both abusive, narcissistic perps. Mark is a perp, Ramona's a perp, all of them. Monica and Raymond are perps. Whore Rebecca, they're all perps. Drunk Lady Yvonne, they're all gang stalkers. Daryl Garnett's side of the family, they all perps. They be acting weird. And they idolize and worship the color red. All their freaking cars is red. My twin sister has even had a fucking red car before. Excuse me, a red Toyota Camry. Before she got the, was it a gray or a silver Nissan Altima? So, and the biological niece Monica had a freaking red Dodge Charger. And Rebecca having a red Nissan Altima that her dad, drunk Daryl, would try to say that that Rebecca got that car for free. Why? How? By sleeping around? She got a red car for free? My cousin? She got a red car for free. Excuse me. And like all of Daryl Garnett's side of the family members, like all those motherfuckers all of them got red cars. Rebecca's cousin Kenneth off of her dad's side. He had like a red Mitsubishi SUV, like red Mitsubishi Outlander or something. And then Rebecca has an aunt that's off her dad's side, a woman named Darnell. I'm like, what the hell? A woman with a guy's name, like a female named Darnell. And that lady was an abusive, narcissistic perp too. And Ramona put stuff in that lady's head and made her think a certain way about me. And that lady was perping with a red Nissan Rogue. And this was before I woke up to, the gang stalking tactics. But every Christian song that I played, she knew all the words to every song. Even the rare stuff that's not popular, that nobody heard. And then she was a fake Catholic trying to lecture me about being negative and talking about negativity as not of God. But then at the same time, you're narcissistically abusing and perping and treating me mean and having an attitude for no reason at all. One time they had her give me a ride home in her red Nissan Rogue. Yes, Daryl Garnett's sister, a woman named Darnell. And she lived not all that far from me, somewhere in Jefferson Shrewsbury area, And Daryl's sister June, she was trying to tell me that I have a heart of gold. And she acting like she was uplifting and praising me and stuff. And then a few minutes later, Ramona had snuck and whispered something in her ear, and then the woman just started talking out of her head and calling me negative and everything like that, and telling me that, oh, you need to stop talking about your past or whatever. Well, my past is the reason why I'm being fucking gang stalked. Y'all keep harassing me about my fucking past. Or you're persecuting and abusing me behind my fucking past. Y'all tell me to let go of the past and then stop being so negative. But they have people in my life who I haven't seen in 20 years. And then they turn their nose up at me. Ain't seen or heard from me since junior high. And turn their nose up at me and got an attitude. Or they will perp and bully me and pretend that they don't know me. And then after a while, they laugh and say, oh, which one of your candy or brandy? Or whatever, So, So, I mean, like this morning, now I'm not going to even mention it. I'm not even going to say. But the online stalkers who hate you so much, it's like they study you microscopically. Stuff. But if you pay attention to minute details, they'll say that this is proof that you're nuts and out of your mind and crazy. But then they study you microscopically, and they think that makes them a genius. So, yeah, I have not eaten or drank anything this morning. But yeah, like when I went to get the food yesterday, somebody had a leftover, like a plate set aside with yams that I like. And then the lady got an attitude with me and said, that's not for you, baby. That's for somebody. And I'm like, wow, they perping me with the doggone yams or whatever. It seemed like they wanted me to see that, but then refused to let me buy some. excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I'm a like when I get off of this video, I'm gonna eat, warm up my lunch and eat it, you know, and I don't know which to have. It seemed like the plates of food seemed like 11.99, 12.99, 13.99. And I just picked three random plates of food. So like yesterday, I had the barbecue baked chicken, and then I got a plate of turkey wings, and I'm gonna be pissed if I find out the thing of turkey wings like has no flavor. And then like some turkey wings, gravy, rice, and peas and corn. And it's like even the other plate yesterday was the barbecue baked chicken, rice and gravy, and peas and corn. And then like I have a plate of um mac and cheese and stuffed bell pepper and peas and corn. You know, it didn't come with any bread, rolls, cornbread, or anything like that. But I mean the chicken. It seemed like even within the barbecue sauce, you could tell the chicken was seasoned, and I'm glad it was very saucy. But the corn and peas, just canned corn and peas, with no butter, no seasoning, no nothing on it, straight out of the can. Excuse me. But um, so yeah, I have certain videos that I do not publicize. I have certain pictures that I do not publicize, that I have not publicized. You know, and it's really scary. But the fake darn, I guess they set me up with the fake Darnell Williams perp won't give up or won't get tired. And Star Bricker has not got, and Stephon Adams and Jessica Ricketts Holness and them, they have not gotten tired. And stalking, harassing, and bullying someone, y'all call that work. And at some moments, the fake Darnell Williams perp will act like he fucking hates me. And then other moments, he will act like as if he's obsessed and in love. And I really think that he's somebody that's single with a small you know what and can't get a woman. And these stalkers love to brag and boast, talking about who has time to stalk you. I work 3 jobs. 3 gang stalking jobs? Yeah, I see. And they be so self-righteous about harassing me and hounding me down about how you better pay your taxes. But then I heard that they get free gift cards and get free vehicles, free gift cards, and free homes to stay in as long as they electronically torture your next door neighbor. Like when I came to this hotel, they had perps planted here before me. Purple with the red, and it was a guy. I don't know if he was Haitian or African, and he had a female, and a woman that he was with was like giving me mean looks and having an attitude and stuff. And So, but the gang stalkers won't allow me any privacy or rights. You know, and what if God, God had, I'm not no way at all trying to preach or anything, but if y'all look in the Bible, even though sin is wrong and not acceptable, God has even had mercy on people who do wrong. Or we all have done wrong. But, if you've done something wrong, and God will be merciful and forgiving. Even in the Old Testament, I've seen with him being like merciful to the Israelites at times, and hands stretched out still, and being patient with trying to get us to correct ourselves. You know, so I need to try to repent and do better. You know, and people who are sinners themselves place themselves in position of authority to try to create or enforce rules and laws and punish people while they think that they're hypocritically above the law. You know, and people say that the cops are the biggest thugs out there, that are, you know, the biggest gangbangers out there. That they are more dangerous. That you're supposed to call on them for help when you're in danger, but at the same time, they take your life out. So, like, what if, the stalkers lie to people and tell them don't help Candy with the hotel room, and I end up, dying out in bad weather when the weather is bad, Even with certain hotels and motels I can't stay at long term because they will gang stalk me out of there. Or they will have perp hotel neighbors to come in, and they will stay there as long as you do to torment and harass you until you leave, until they succeed at getting you to leave. This is a miserable, forced fucking way to live. So, I mean, I don't even know. Like, me dealing with being forced homeless due to the targeting. It's like many ways of me being at risk to die. At risk for dying. Or my life being cut off short. And yeah, like, people that are part of the gang stalking will act like third grade bullies while being 85 years old. And it's like people with narcissistic personalities, fraudulently and illegally rich, living a high life, doing cruel stuff to people, and they get to criminally, illegally, and undeservingly get to live long ass fucking lives. Like, if you're 89 years old and still able bodied and can drive everywhere, still got your senses. But if you ain't a perp, you end up dying in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or whatever. Die early. Or end up, going, like, but it seems like, you ever see these people that in their fucking 90s and 100 years old, and they're abusive and narcissistic and rich, living a high life? and they're eternally angry, but everybody fears and respects them as if they're God. Like, if you're rich with a whole bunch of fucking money, they're making my nose itch, y'all. If you're rich with a whole bunch of damn money, and you're living the high life, you have traveled to like Turks and Caicos or something. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Um, or you can travel to Greece, travel to the Dead Sea to get healing. Oh, you travel to Thailand. Oh, you travel to Nigeria. You travel to Japan. You travel to you travel to you know, the Canary Islands. You travel to Fiji, Trinidad. You travel to Jamaica. Oh, that's where your honeymoon was at. You got to travel to Hawaii, where the black sand and pretty clear blue water, and you get to be on an island with so many coconuts. You just got to travel and live to see the world. You're rich with a lot of money, but eternally angry, and a bully, and a Freemason, and you're fraudulently and illegally very well respected and honored in society while you behind closed doors beat and rape kids and torture kids. And perform satanic rituals behind closed doors while pretending to be upstanding and moral out in society. Or if you're a 45-year-old slut fraudulently and illegally driving around with a red brand new Jaguar F-Pace, and you think it's cool to be with somebody that recently separated from his wife and physically abuse and beat on his wife and control his wife, and then he separate from her and manipulate her and the kids, separate from his wife and get with the 45-year-old whore, and she can think it's cool to blood sacrifice her damn husband, and then be with like two, think it's cool to, after you recently blood sacrifice your husband, and then now you parading around how you're bragging about how you dating two men at the same time and get undeserved praise for it. And nobody, but I'm gonna be the first to call you a hoe. And you conceal your fake slutty lifestyle away from everybody else, but you hypocritically condemn your 37-year-old sister or 38-year-old sister. And then you hypocritically condemn your sister. And then if she got taken advantage of by a guy and got pregnant off the first time. But you ain't no better. But these people with highly narcissistic, eternally angry personalities, they know all your business, but then they conceal all their dirty deeds by pointing out everything they think you're doing wrong. If you, that 45-year-old hoe with the brand new red Jaguar F-Pace with strange headlights, and you set your own targeted sister up. I'm talking about other families here and using examples. Yeah, your 38-year-old sister, oh, you set her up to get wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail by NOPD, come and take a visit from New Orleans shortly after coming from living in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Tempe, Arizona for a while. You know. Oh, but you want to kick back and nitpick and talk about everybody else's life. Oh, and you if you set your own freaking uncle up, if he repented from Freemasonry, oh, and you snitch on him and set him up to get beaten to death and be murdered. After he get out the doggone cult. But evil people pretending to be righteous and think that money makes you a non-criminal. Think that having money and dressing in nice suits make you a non-criminal. But if you gotta look crazy and unhinged like me, if you think I look crazy and unhinged, you know, but y'all say that, oh, if you look a certain way, this is proof you're a criminal or a bad person because you're poor and can't afford a freaking, if you're poor and you can't even afford a bowl of rice. And that 45-year-old hoe turned her son into a pretty boy and then trafficking the damn daughter. I mean, the damn granddaughter. The daughter and the granddaughter. But y'all want to talk about me being a horrible person. Y'all get mad and want to fight or want to kill. You get mad and want to kill somebody for speaking the truth about your satanic rituals. Or you will put a hit out on somebody because they know too much about your wicked deeds. But then you can point out Candy's a sinner, Candy's a criminal, Candy's this, Candy's that bad. But you elevate and praise Tracy. Or you elevate and praise Jonathan. I'm just using random names. I'm using like what if scenarios, like stuff that I could like be talking about like in my fiction short stories of fictionalized versions of topics that are based on certain truths about how the world operates, you know, and how these cults be operating. I don't have expert knowledge on Freemasonry. You know, I don't even know everything about Freemasonry, but I know it's something to avoid. And the fake Darnell Williams perp and some other perp, there was like 3 perps harassing me with Freemason, 3 or 4 perps harassing me with Freemason related stuff yesterday. You know, and yeah. So they had somebody on Twitter yesterday that liked 20 of my posts but retweeted not one of my posts asking for help. But then that person had retweeted another person's post that I retweeted of me spreading the word trying to get them help too. I'm like, I see you slick motherfucker. And people who claim to be targeted like you, and you know they pretend to fake like your posts, but they refuse to retweet and spread the word to get you any help, and you wonder if these people are fake TIs. But if they praise the popular fakes, and if the popular fakes have a fake manufactured pseudo emergency, oh, they will go to bat to fight tooth and nail to get them some help, and then their problem is solved very quickly. So, like, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok are all hiding posts and messages and comments from me. And sometimes they will make it to where I don't get to see the post until a day or two later, or even a week later. Excuse me. So, they had somebody who left a supportive comment that I noticed yesterday or today, and then the person posted it on YouTube. The comment on YouTube 3 days ago, and the perps hid the comment from me, for me to only notice it 3 days later. And some of my other like, as I said, like a couple of people who left supportive comments, and the online perps will see me getting supportive comments and block them off from talking to me, and then the person would wrongfully mistake that I blocked them, and I didn't. And then I don't realize until later on, like it was a supportive subscriber named Sunshine849, and then this other guy, they both were supportive, and the online perps, when I would get like supportive comments, the online perps would delete and erase their comments before I can even see it. And now, I mean, if they mistakenly thought it was me doing that, and then it's like they play all kinds of tricks and games. Like they hacking, and if they see me getting a lot of thumbs up, they will quickly make it like, oh hell no, we ain't having that. And they make sure on each and every video, never fail, that the thumbs down outnumber the thumbs up. And they make sure each and every time, never fail, no matter what the content is, they make sure I get thumbs down on each and every fucking video. Courtesy of my damn twin sister. And it's like, I get like at least thumbs down on I'm sorry, at least a minimum of between 15 and 20 thumbs down on each and every video. And I'm going to point it out again, you fakes that only give you a fake thumbs up when the topic is positive. So y'all won't even report. I mean, I'm sorry. See, they cause forced speech right there. Manipulating. I was trying to say, y'all won't even support. Y'all won't even support. See, they just used the remote neural monitoring and forced speech on me just now. I was trying to say support. Y'all won't even support, even when I'm going through a rough time. So, and this gang stalking is the reason why I have 5 brothers, and none of them are willing to protect or support me when I'm in danger. And this had been going on for decades. But they'll go to bat for it and defend Ramona. And Ramona doesn't need protection. If she could, you know, and her kids will talk back to and disrespect her, but in times of danger, they got her back. But to have not even your own twin sister to go to bat for or defend you, and my own twin sister lies to people and saying Candy is not loyal. But she name one time you ever been loyal to me, and everything you say will be lying and fake because you pretend to be fake loyal when you try to distract me from a time when you try to swoop in and take advantage of me, or when you got a setup brewing, when you're brewing some kind of setup or some kind of trap. As I said, would it take for me to be dead for y'all to take me seriously and believe me? Or y'all still gonna be hating my guts and thinking, oh, Candy died a crazy woman? So, but, I mean, y'all have no idea y'all don't even care about the suffering that y'all are causing me. Like the fake Darnell Williams perp, he thinks that he can destroy somebody's life for the thrill. Like, as I said, like, he was sexually harassing me for a few months before I was forced to have to change my phone number. And then these stalkers lie. The abusive, narcissistic, fake gang stalkers, they lie and say that Candy likes being harassed. No, I don't. They falsely accuse me of enjoying to be homeless when they enjoy seeing me suffer and militantly won't help. I'm not a freaking criminal. I'm not a bad person. I'm fucking frustrated. So, the fake Darnell Williams perp, he would call me a liar, and he spells it wrong. He would call me Lier. If you, like, and I know he's under 30 years old. He's under 30 years old. I heard that the fake Aquarian Dora's purpose in her early 20s or some shit like that. I'm 40 years old. So, as I said, like, courtesy of my twin sister, the gang stalkers will criminalize me eating while she can flaunt off food and be fat. And it's very fucking I'm very fucking disgusted at people just watching me be tortured and harassed and just, sit there and think I deserve it. But for me to speak against and call out a name of people in the fake targeted justice, oh yeah, they will devour and attack me and jump on me. And I probably lost a bunch of Twitter followers for speaking against Anna Toledo Davila. That she would respond to everybody else and ignore me. And within the past few days, I lost a lot of YouTube subscribers. And then I noticed that they manipulating the follower count. I mean the subscriber count. Y'all have no idea about the idea that they are, they forcing. It's like a what they say, a covert war. A covert war to excuse me, systematically destroy what they call and exterminate the so-called undesirables via eugenics. So, and then the online stalkers, they be like, well, ha ha ha, we're glad that we got you banned from all libraries, and you should expect to be banned from more places. They taunt and harass and do stuff to me like that. So that basically everywhere in public or private for me to go will be trespassing, and for them to be easy for them to throw me in jail, because everywhere I go is trespassing. Because, oh, you're trespassed from here. From a power-hungry, abusive, narcissistic perp being like, oh, you're trespassed from here. So everywhere I go is trespassing, and I'm wrongfully banned from pretty much every damn where, so that they can justify wrongfully throwing me in jail or prison, so that they can mind control, torture, and experiment on me even more. There's, like, with me being wrongfully arrested, there's something shady. Something very shady. Because how did the police just straight up find me? But they had been lurking around and stalking and making their circles for days and not saying anything. And they waited till a full moon, and probably at a Masonic amount of time. Probably at Masonic 1233 or some shit like that. And deliberately and on purpose, you know. But if I post something and it might be like 6:33 or something like that in the morning, and it might be like me not even being aware or paying attention to the time or whatever, but it's people who do this like strategically and deliberately and on purpose, you know. And so like my black hoodie, I've seen other people walking around wearing, you know, the same hoodie that I do. I got it from Ross right before I left Pensacola. I mean, you know, I think it was that same day or the day before. And it wasn't until after some time later I did not realize that Champion hoodie, that it had a small, tiny amount of red in it. And I didn't even realize, I wasn't even thinking. And the fake Darnell Williams perp recently started to harass me about that. Like, I've been wearing that hoodie for months. You know. And then he's been harassing me about Freemasonry yesterday and today. I'm going to say it on camera. I fucking hate Freemasons.